Hi, it's Bill Coney for Shea Circle Martial Arts, and this is why martial arts has been taught wrong to you. I spent a significant portion of my early years in martial arts doing things like this. Right? And that's okay. I mean, it's good to learn fundamentals. But the major problem we have in martial arts, is traditional arts a lot of times, is we're taught to use our arms and our upper body and not our legs. What I want you to do is you need to envision it differently. We believe we deliver strikes and power from our hands and upper body. We don't. Everything comes from the core and the legs. And we all say we use them, but we don't. When I'm grabbed, the majority of people I know that do martial arts take their arms and they twist in their upper body to try and counter this. And it works really well in class because he's allowing me to do it. What I want you to start envision is it's not so much from your hands, it's from your legs. And your hands have to connect to your legs and your hips as you move. So it's one motion. So as he comes in like this, if he's tighter, strong. If he's being strong and I try to twist him, that's not going to happen. If I take my core and my legs, I can move him, right? So everything I do comes from that core and those legs. In martial arts, we often stop because we're taught to go to a position and throw a move, and we don't move the feet. What I need to do when I'm really attacked is I want to use my core and my legs. My hands just deliver the force while I'm moving. So every time I go into a lock, every time I move something, every time he grabs me and I shift, or he starts pushing or pulling, everything comes from my legs and my core. If you watch real fights, watch how much ground they cover. They roll, they fight, they get up, they swing. I mean, it covers a really wide swath. It doesn't sit here like this and we go like this for 5 minutes. It's not the case. So when you're grappling, it's really important that everything comes. You have to learn to feel how it comes from those hips and those legs, and my arm connects to this, and at one point, once I get weight into him, then the force comes to him, not before. We have the same problem when we hit. So many people want to hit from a standstill, but all your energy is already dissipated. It's gone into the ground. What I want you to envision is when you hit, it doesn't come from your hands as much as it comes from your legs and your core. When I hit him, I want to take all my mass and come through him. I'm not a big person and I'm getting older. So for me to sit here and muscle him is not a good idea. What I want to do is I want to take this weight and throw it through him all the time. So on a big level, which is what you see most people do, is you see big steps and big motions, boom, which is fine. There's a lot of power on that, especially if you're big. The problem with doing it big like that is often people lose alignment because there's so many motions in such a big area that the hip will get out of alignment and the hand will get out of alignment when they hit. There's sort of power behind it, but everything's not positioned to align properly. What you'll learn is when you get better is even the small hits are all feet. One of my instructors, Sheehan Reyes, always was really good with his feet, always small. And he always taught us as you moved, right? There was always a subtle step, something short. Always in, moving those feet because I'm trying to generate power from here. I'm not trying to generate power like this. You know, you can prove this. Just work out with somebody. Stop like this. Take your partner and go like this and push him. And then take your partner and go like this. And see how much more you get out of it. You get a ton more out of it if you use your legs and your hips and your core. You're in motion all the time. So how do you practice this? Stop worrying about the technique you're throwing and worry about the movement. So if you're going to hit somebody for a little while, experiment with, I throw the hit, and I step and I throw the hit, and I step and I throw the hit, and I step and I throw the hit. And you're always, no matter what it is, you're always in movement. The energy is always coming to him. Always. Now, steps could be a full step. They can be a shuffle step. It could be a back half step like this, you know, but I'm always stepping. Step, 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 step. See, I'm always in movement. It could be around the body, you can work around, it doesn't matter. Always get used to moving those feet. I'm telling you, being stationary does not help your cause. You see, a lot of martial arts, traditional martial arts get beat up because they hold ground, and this guy's like this, and he just starts coming through me, and he overwhelms me, and he's running at me, and I'm going like this, and I end up on my heels. And then the trouble starts. Now, for the grappling end, it's the same thing. If he grabs me, don't be in such a rush to put on the lock. Take your time at first and feel the step. How do I step? How do I go from one step to this step, to the next step, to another step, and just keep moving your feet all the time because you're using that energy, right? To step, create movement. I can't do that if I'm standing still and I'm pulling him. Take your time, play with your feet. Always see how your feet are underneath you. And one last thing, really, really important, alignment. I have videos on alignment. I'm telling you it's important. If your feet get ahead of you and your hands lag behind, there's no power in that either. Everything has to be in alignment and centered properly for it to work. At any point that you get out of alignment, it destroys the structure of your body, and none of this stuff works. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Please feel free to leave comments, suggestions, and share. Thanks for everything you've done. It really helping my channel grow.